another opportunity to just hear a little flavor of our little Parrots music. Of course, we need to excerpt it, but you got to hear the patented church bell, which, again, listening to the music of our little Parrot, what it evokes for me is the original film, A Hunchback of Notre Dame, just a snowy night and the bell ringing in an old church tower. Estonian composer. There's a lot of music coming from the whole North Sea area, not only the parts that were formerly the Soviet Union, but Scandinavia as well, and most of it is on ECM, which for me just seems to be my favorite label. I can almost walk into a music store and buy anything on ECM and learn something new about world music. This is Litany by Arvo Pärt, whose music I think we'll feature here in the Green Room for this month of December. So now we'll return to our conversation here in the Green Room. Why don't we go ahead? We're talking with Cindy Krikorian and Francis Wilson. Francis is the chef at Lalime. Cindy is the owner. Why don't we go ahead and I'll ask Cindy to do this. Let's take a look at the Tuesday night mushroom menu, and we'll talk about what we're having.
Well, let's see, it's 3 courses, starting with the wild mushroom bisque topped with a tarragon cream, and that's, if you choose, matched with a Pinot Noir by Nerma Torres. And then the entree is a grilled pork chop, and we always cure them in juniper berries with quite a marinade, served with oyster mushrooms, scallop potatoes, and porcini mushroom jus. And that's served with, if you want the wine, a Bandol by Domaine Tempier. And dessert is Magic Mushroom Madness. You have to come and see that one, so I'm not telling you what it is. But it's served with a Mistel of Muscat by Germaine Robin.
Oh, that just sounds great. Again, a fun restaurant, Lalime. I think one reason, one thing I'd like to do in the Green Room, of course, those of you who've listened to KPFA for a while and heard this program know that I primarily deal in the fine arts, but we want to do about a restaurant a month, and there'll always be a reason. It'll be someplace that, in my opinion, you can go to, and you can afford to go to, first of all, and have a great time and get value for your money. So if you ever hear me talking to the folks from Massa or Fleur de Lis, then you can slap me because I finally crossed the line, but we won't do it here. And again, I'm fascinated. I want to go back to this whole food business right now. You know, the fact that we've built the kind of economy between local restaurants and local food growers and farmers, I think is pretty extraordinary. I really do. I mean, like I said, Cindy, I can remember a time when that wasn't the case, when, Neiman Shell was exotic, and now I think Neiman Shell is probably a pretty large manufacturer right now, but, back in the old days, they were the small exotic, or, group that made organic beef, and now we have so many.
Well, I think the Bay Area is very unique in that way, that there are people who appreciate these small organic farms because it's not cheap and but it's absolutely top quality, and you need an audience who will know the difference between an organic, hand-raised animal and something that has been mass-produced, and that will be that are prepared to pay a little more because they're getting something that is of the best quality.
Cindy, do you ever